before I had the language to understand or be told what dyslexia was, my word was stupid, that I was stupid and I was weird. And I thought that was not necessarily like that's what they called me because I went to a small Christian school and so they weren't allowed to use those words. Maybe they thought those things, but they didn't say them. But I truly thought that what was wrong with me was genuine stupidity.
Yeah.
And you can imagine that was pretty damaging to your self-esteem because since I've always been so language abled, I took the word stupid and decided that I had no future and would contemplate, what it would be like for me to not be alive anymore, which is pretty heavy at the age of 9, right? Like that's a lot. Forgot what your original question was. Got derailed by
Just
that.
the just the fact that school begins to get like this really aversive ability attached to it because of all the negative feedback you're not only getting from teachers because you're not doing well, but then kids can be really, really mean at the
Yeah.
age. Because I even remember myself, I had to go for extra help to begin reading more fluently. And you know how they would just kind of like go down the desks or the rows and you'd be able to count like when your time to read was going to come up. So I would read that paragraph over
Over
and
and
over
over.
and over again until it was my turn. So to hear somebody else had a similar situation, I was just curious what helped you get through school during that time.
I think after enough times when you're 9 years old saying that you don't want to be alive anymore, parents who care will pull you out of school. And so that's what happened. I got pulled out of school, partly because of that, and also because the school had said they do not have the resources or the ability to help me in any way after the third grade. I
Yeah.
struggled through second grade. Third grade was, I guess, the last straw. And so my parents decided, and it was uncool at the time, right? Because it's like the mid 2000s, they unschooled me. And I don't know if you're familiar with unschool, but that's what we did. They told me what it was. They sat me down, and I mean, I was a kid, so I thought that was pretty fantastic. It didn't last long, thankfully, because you do need some formal education, and you got to read, you got to write. I mean, there are things that are non-negotiable. So they hired a private tutor who was certified in the Orton-Gillingham approach, which, to my knowledge, is the only evidence-based strategy for dyslexia. And I spent several hours a week with her, working on some pretty hard stuff, but I can read, so that's cool.